Welcome to Stager Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. My name is Stephanie. This is the podcast where we bring you the latest tips, tricks, and expert insights from the world of professional staging. And I'm joined by my friend and fellow staging expert, Kandice.
Hi, everyone. We may be competitors in the Denver market, but we believe in abundance and collaboration over competition. And we're here to share our collective knowledge with you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn from the experts. This is Stager Savvy. Hello, everybody. This is Kandice Dougherty with Kandice Lee Designs, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Stephanie Breckbill. How are you today, Stephanie?
I'm good, Kandice. How are you doing?
I'm great, and happy 2025. We haven't seen each other since last year.
Yeah, crazy. I can't believe we're here already. Yeah.
So today's episode we're really excited about because we are talking about wellness design trends. And if you're getting ready to update your house or do a full redesign, you may want to take these things into consideration. And we thought this was a good episode after our last episode where we spoke with Tammy Horner about her health conscious homes. So are you excited about this episode today, Stephanie?
I'm so excited because I feel like wellness trends, it's one of those things people don't really think about until they realize I want a healthy home. I want a wellness space to go hang out. We all love nature and we all love all of that stuff, but I feel like it's not something you generally think about when you're putting your home together. So I feel like it's important and everybody wants it. They just don't realize it. So
that's right.
Let's make them realize it.
You know, and some of these trends are awesome. And I think more and more people will start incorporating these trends into their homes just for that wellness factor. So are you ready to get started?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Go for it. No, you go.
Oh, me go for it. Okay. So first thing, I feel like it's kind of been the past couple of years, it's been a trend, but it's definitely continuing, is biophilic design. And that's bringing natural elements into the home. So that's like adding plants, adding driftwood elements or rock elements or water features, like all of that natural kind of stuff. People are really, really digging. It's been around for a little bit, but I think it's really going to come more to the forefront this year.
Yeah, I think all those things promote calmness, tranquility, are soothing in your house. And who doesn't want a calm, tranquil place to go to after being out in the world and the craziness where we live these days?
For sure. Natural light too. I mean, spaces that have that natural light coming in, whether you have big windows or whatever, skylights, whatever, it makes such a difference. And it just feels good and fresh. And I don't know, people love that. I mean, it goes right along with staging. We always talk about it with staging, but it's important in design too. I mean, people want those bright, airy spaces filled with natural light because it feels good. It's good for our mental health as well.
Yes, yeah. It definitely helps our mental health. And especially if you have some beautiful windows, you can look out and have a nice view out there. So biophilic design is still kicking. And I don't see it going away at all.
I don't think so either. I think the whole wellness thing is going to become even bigger as we go. It's kind of been inching its way in. I feel like the last few years, right. We went to the Sherwin-Williams color, whatever it's called, October a year ago, Color Mix a year and a half ago. And I remember at that presentation, wellness came up all throughout. This color promotes this and this color, it was all. And at that point, I had been kind of incorporating that into my business for probably a year or so before. And it was so good to hear it. Sherwin-Williams, that's a big thing. And they're talking about wellness. She talked about it throughout that whole presentation. And it's from there, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Right. I feel. Even yesterday, my husband was it was cloudy and gray here, which in Colorado, it doesn't happen super often. No. But it was, and my husband's just like, where's the sun? I want the sun. I don't like this gray. And it does. It just, we need that natural light.
Yes, we do.
It's important. Yeah.
So I've also noticed in my design and staging world that neutral color palettes are super big. We're not doing big, bold colors. We're doing soft, neutral, almost colors out of nature. And it kind of goes along with that same whole, calming mode in your house, or whatever the word is for it.
Yeah. That feeling, like it just feels calm. Like you walk into that room, those soft blues are huge.
Right.
Soft greens totally come from nature.
Yeah.
Those green, I have a green in my master bedroom, primary bedroom,
right, that
I love so much. And like I go up there and it just feels good. Like it's
tranquil.
It's nice. I need a water feature up there now that
yes, you do.
Now that we're talking about this, like just hearing the sounds of water, like that's calming, right?
Oh, I love it.
All that stuff
I
is so
love
good.
it.
But yeah, what other colors have you seen? I mean, I know with staging, like we definitely tend to go neutral and more light and all of those, but like I think in design it's coming around too. I mean, I know sometimes we see a lot of the color drenching in those deep moody rooms as well.
So and like even in model homes these days, a lot of their color palettes are really neutral, creams, whites, browns, camel. I'm loving the camel look these days.
Yes.
And even black. So I'm seeing that a lot. And a lot of my design clients are even looking at that color palette as well.
Yeah. And I feel like even those that do go a little bit deeper, darker, they're still nature inspired colors. Like even the color of the year for Sherwin-Williams or Ben Moore, one of them, it's like this mocha mousse or something. And it's this warm, pinky brown kind of but like, it's a color from nature. Like it could totally be a rock or a tree or a, like, so all of that is, we're bringing the outside in kind of even with paint colors, whether it's light or a little bit more saturated.
And how do you like that color? That's the color of the year.
Mocha mousse. Probably not my favorite. I need to play with it. I would love to play with it and maybe see what kind of palette I could come up with. Cause I love playing with paint chips too, right? Like seeing what we can pull together that might work somewhere. I don't know that I would do a whole room with it, but it might be cool as an accent wall.
Ooh, or your pillows.
Pillows, or even like as a little niche, like if you have a office, like if your desk is just kind of tucked into a thing, like to create that hole, that might be cool.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
In small doses, maybe.
We'll see how long that one lasts, right?
Right. Well, I guess it's going to last a year, but.
Well, I think many of us are so stressed out lately. I mean, the world is just moving so fast, and we all kind of just need some tranquility and some calmness out of the stress.
Totally. Everybody wants that because, I mean, again, like I said earlier, like even if people don't know that they want wellness features in their home, when you ask them, hey, are you stressed? Hey, are you feeling like you're always busy? Hey, are like, you need some self-care there, friend. Like take care of yourself, find a cozy corner in your room, or let the sunlight in, or, whatever, all of these things that we're talking about. Add a water feature that makes you just de-stress a little bit. Take some time for you, which maybe people don't do enough of.
Bringing that up, the light and everything, adaptive lighting is making a huge, not comeback, but it's becoming a huge thing and fascinating thing that you can set up a lighting system in your house, and it can turn on daylight in the morning, so you're able to wake up and be ready to go, and then it can change in the evening to be a more yellow light, a more calming, relaxing light. Fascinating. Who knew that this was
They're so cool. Yeah, it's nice and bright, and throughout the day it kind of softens and becomes a little warmer, and it works with the way our bodies work. It works with our circadian rhythm, and So it feels really good, and we're not having to do anything to do it. I mean, there are some that are manual that you would adjust throughout the day, but there are some that just do it. They're just automatic, and they just
we're not going and changing light bulbs from,
no, that's not happening.
Put in my daylight bulb.
Right. Can you imagine? But no, I mean, and there's even if you don't have that whole house thing, there's like alarm clocks that wake you up softly with that soft light sort of gently flows, and that's good for your body. And they say red light at night is good to help shut you down. I staged a house not that long ago. It's pending right now, so it was probably a month ago. I made them change that for staging, but they had red light bulbs in their sconces on either side of the bed in the primary bedroom. And I was like, what red? Why do you have red light bulbs in here? They're like, oh, it's so nice for reading before bed, and it calms your mind. And like, we look at our phones and it's that blue light, and that's what wakes us up and keeps us stimulated.
Right.
The red light calms us and brings us down and makes us tired. And so they had it just built in so that when they went in and were ready for bed, they had these red lights, and which seems kind of weird, but so I had them change it out for staging. But I had another house way up north somewhere in Thornton, I think, and they had done the same thing, but in their kitchen, above their island, they had changed the bulbs out to be red bulbs, and also in their living room. So when they were sitting around watching TV at night, they were surrounded by red light, and I did not get it at the time. I was like, why? Like, let's get rid of that.
Right.
But now it's like, oh, ding, ding, ding. It's totally making sense. Like,
so maybe not for staging, but for design and for living. I think that's great. It probably improves their sleep quality, and
I bet it does. Yeah.
Time. And really, that's so important. So many people are not getting a good night's sleep. So whatever it takes to get that.
Right. If that preps you before, even if it's just the 10 minutes while you're getting ready, maybe you're not reading in bed, but maybe it's just while you're brushing your teeth and wash your face, whatever. And then you get that red light during that time, and then you shut it off and you go to bed. Like,
I like it. Cool. I might have to try that for myself. I know. My husband and I are both struggling with sleep issues these days. So maybe we'll give that a try.
Report back.
I will do that for sure.
Yeah, I think it's cool. What else? Focuses on like multifunctional flexible spaces are super big right now, right? Everybody wants to kind of do everything in all the rooms. You want to have a thing for everything.
Right.
Which is good, I guess.
Which is funny, because I thought after COVID that might change, because everybody did have all these big open spaces and flex rooms and things, and you couldn't get away to do your work from home. But it doesn't seem like that's changing anything. It seems like that's definitely much more, especially in new builds. Boy, do they have a lot of flex spaces. So everybody in the family can have their own space.
Yeah. And I've seen even like videos on Facebook and stuff, like they have these transitional type furniture spaces, kind of like think Murphy bed, but like I've seen it where it can be a desk, and then you pull the bed down and it covers the desk up completely, or whatever, like just this furniture that's transitional like that. And like, because maybe you don't need it. It doesn't need to serve both purposes at the same time.
Right.
You can put your desk away, and then maybe it's then your yoga room or your workout room or whatever. Right. I mean,
and those Murphy beds, that is genius, isn't it? And those become much, much more used item. I'm hearing about people getting them. I'm thinking about getting one here in my office, in fact, to make a nice additional guest space. I have a day bed in here, but who wants to sleep on a day bed? So I've been thinking about
well, and they have one. I mean, they have, of course, the big ones that like take up the whole wall and have shelving on either side. I was at a home a few weeks ago that it was in her office, but it was like a piece of furniture, like a sideboard size almost.
Oh yes, I've seen those.
Like they're, I don't know, yay deep, and they're, I don't know, belly high-ish. and they unfold, and the mattress is like in thirds or something. So the mattress just folds out, and it only takes up this much space on your wall, which so great. Yeah. And then you can still decorate it and, have it be a pretty background in your office or whatever. But yeah, flexible.
I think lofts in particular are great multifunction spaces. Could be a kid zone, could be a homework zone, could be a workout zone, can be all of those together, actually.
Right. Yeah. And even another, people are loving too, like quiet corners. And even if maybe that's in your office, but if you can put your desk away at the end of the day, and now all of a sudden you've got a chase lounge and a table where you can and a blanket and, the nice lighting and all the things, like all of a sudden it's this cozy little retreat where you can spend, even if it's still part of your workday, spend your last 15 minutes of work, whatever, sitting on this cozy, I don't know, so many ways to incorporate flexible spaces.
I need to do that in here. I need a place for when I am done with work. I'm not going to go lay down on this daybed over here, but something. I usually, to be honest, go into my living room. My house faces west, and so in the evening, my family room's on the east side. So it's great in the morning with lots of light and all of that. But then it gets dark, and so I move into the living room so I can still continue to get that light. I have a cozy chair in there, and that's kind of how I spend my wind down time.
Yeah. You have to have that transition time, I feel like, between work and especially when you're working from home.
I was just going to say that.
For
sure.
I might have my computer in my office and whatever, but I've usually got a laptop out in the living room, and I might need to grab it. And I'm like, it's always there.
And then, it's 7:00 and you're still working and you're like, shut it down.
Yeah, especially when my husband's out of town, I'm super bad about just continuing because I'm like, oh, I just want to work on this for a little bit more.
Right.
When he's home, I have much better boundaries, but that's just my own problem.
We need to be better about shutting it down, especially if
maybe
you're
we
an entrepreneur.
Start texting each other at 5:00 or set an alarm on your phone, 5:00. Hey, it's time to stop working.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, or even quarter till. I like part of my whole planning thing is this is like squirrel tangent, whatever.
Yeah, right.
But quarter to 5, I don't do this regularly, but I know I should. Is take that last 15 minutes and think about, okay, what did I accomplish today? What was a great win?
Right.
What am I working on tomorrow? Set those top 3 things. Okay, this has to get done tomorrow first thing. And then when you come into your office the next morning, what you're starting with, you did that hard part, and then it helps you kind of release and shut down for the day, I feel like.
So great. I need to be better about that too.
We're not talking productivity. We're talking design.
Okay, we're going to do this though. Okay, so I think one of the new design, well, not necessarily new, but has really come up in importance is a focus on our mental state and a place where we can go and focus on our mental state, where we could go do yoga or meditation rooms, anything. A spa bathtub also works.
Yes.
But that is really big these days, on having that extra room for that.
Yeah. And I feel like mental health, it's always been a thing, but I feel like in the last several years, it's come more to the forefront, and people are paying more attention to it as we should, right? To do that self-care and to have that quiet time and get out of your own head and all of those things. So yeah, to have a space where you can do that in your home. If you have a whole room, great, but what if you don't have room for that? Maybe it's a corner in an extra bedroom that's always quiet or something, wherever.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have a space, the design can be minimal, you don't want a whole lot of distraction. You just want, that quiet space where you can close your eyes for 5 minutes and listen to some whatever cool music that just sort of, that just sort of chills you out and calms yourself down. And
they're also saying acoustic paneling is making an entrance as well, because a lot of people have their children or their grandchildren or their parents or these people all in the house, and they can't seem to find a good quiet spot. So a lot of people are adding those features to their meditation rooms or their yoga studios.
Yeah, it would definitely soften the sounds. I actually did that. That's funny. I kind of forgot about this. I did a design a couple of years ago for a family, but it was the kids' room. And I believe he was autistic, and he needed a quiet space. Like he needed a safe space is what they called it. Okay. And we used his closet. He had a small little walk-in closet. And so we got him a wardrobe or something for actually to use as a closet. And we took his closet and we put those panels all the way up and hung a swing from the ceiling, one of those hammock swing things. Had a little thing on the wall for books so that he could just sit in there and read or whatever. But awesome. But that was his safe space. Right. And what a great thing to do for your kid, to give them that.
You were ahead of the times with that.
I guess. Who knew? Yeah. Who knew?
So do you want to talk about the air purifying benefits? Because that really goes hand in hand with our discussion with Tammy and Wellness Homes. I've been paying attention since that interview, and it's amazing as I think about all the different smells, these artificial smells that we're putting into our homes with our candles and our incense and our, all of that. And so she's made me really think about that. Do I really want that into my house or not? So,
right. I mean, so many of those candles that we bring in, as soon as you light them, they're putting toxins into the air. And like, you're breathing that in. Are you having headaches all the time? Are you, whatever kind of symptom that you're having, are you tired all the time? Maybe that's all related. If you can get those toxins out of your home, cleaning products, candles, even like the stuff we put on our body washes, our soaps, our shampoos, everything has got all that stuff in it. We're putting it on our bodies.
Right.
But air quality is kind of a byproduct of all of that also. Right. And one of the things I talk about in consults is air quality, because nobody wants to walk in and smell bleach or smell your toxic candles or whatever, or their plug-in things, right? Like, what are you covering up? And one thing I like to recommend the way to better air quality, the easiest way is open your windows. And like here, when it's 5 degrees outside, we can't really do that all the time. But even if our clients or homeowners, whatever, can do it, even if it's for a couple of hours before showing or something, and it just kind of flushes that yucky out. Like Tammy was saying, like our homes all have a smell. Like they have our human smell. They smell like us. Right. We don't smell it anymore. So if we can get that fresh air flowing through, it makes a big difference, like for showing other people, but even for the way we live, like we need to pay attention. Like, are our air filters clean? Are we taking care of that? Are we making sure we have clean air flowing through our home? Like that's kind of the first, like when we talk healthy homes and home wellness and all of that stuff, like air quality is like number one up there with, what's the first thing you should do? Like it's improve your air quality of your home. Yeah. And it's not that hard, especially in the summertime. We can have our windows open all the time, but it's a little harder in winter, but
I need a purifier in my house for sure. Both my husband and I our allergies have gotten worse in our own home. So we know we need to do something like that. We're also talking about when it comes to air purity and sustainability, it can be with your fabrics, your floorings,
for sure.
All kinds of other things in your house that could be causing some air problems. So we recommend bamboo flooring, low. I know, who doesn't love that? And it's sustainable. So it grows
right.
as fast as you cut it, pretty much.
Yes. And people are going towards that when they're renovating, they're thinking about these wellness things and sustainability things and using low VOC paints because they don't want all that off-gassing into their home. And even fabrics on furniture can have those. Like Tammy was talking about last time, that she couldn't stage that home she was selling because it was a clean home. And if you bring in furniture from a warehouse, it's got some of those off gases.
Who knows? Who knows what's on it?
Right. She couldn't bring that in there, which who would have thought, right? Like it. Right. So all of those things to create that wellness home, like pay attention to what furniture you're bringing in, what fabrics you're bringing in, what paint you're putting on your walls, what flooring you're putting in. Some of those floorings they smell terrible. And because they're full of bad stuff.
And a lot of us don't even think about that kind of thing.
Totally. We don't, because we just want to go to the store and buy the furniture and bring it into our house. And we don't think about, and which for some of us, it's okay because we're not reacting to it either.
Right.
So we don't have to think about it. But as we fill our toxins up, eventually we're going to have a reaction to something.
Yep.
Because we just keep filling. Right.
And I think our discussion could be helpful to people who are having problems and don't even realize why or where they're coming from. So hopefully we're educating people on
I hope
and the wellness home.
Yeah, for sure. What else? A big one that I see a lot of, even in homes that we're staging, is the smart technology, right? It's everywhere, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, touchless things. Like you walk up to the sink and the water starts flowing. Like magic.
Yes. All that technology is great.
Yeah.
And then it's always nice to use local elements in your home. I love using, sticks and twigs and rocks and wine. What is it? From the vineyards, the what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
That the grapes grow on.
The vine?
Terrible.
Trees, vines.
That they cut the vines and then they dry them and you can use them.
Cool.
Yeah. Table and things like an antler horn or something. Especially in Colorado, we have lots of wild animals that drop their horns, and there's ways to purchase those if you're interested. Lots of greenery from outside, natural, that you can bring right into your house. One of the things I always used to do, we had a forsythia bush in our backyard, and I always knew when it would start to bloom. And if I cut it early and brought it in, it looked like sticks, but within the next couple of days, it would bloom, and it would bloom inside.
Oh, how cool. Even after you snipped it still would bloom?
You would force it by bringing it into the warm air. It would force it to bloom early. So, even if it's a snowy day, you've brought in this greenery from your yard and forced it to bloom in your house. It really, especially at the end of the winter when you're sick and tired of looking at all the ground. So that's always something.
That's awesome. We did that when we redesigned our bedroom a few years ago. I already talked about the green paint, and the green paint honestly is about 25 years old. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to paint. It's going to be, and I'm like, no, it's coming back. I can make this work. It's going to be, I've always loved it. And we totally, by updating the other stuff, we made the green work again. Anyway, my point is, on our side tables, I had these big, cool vases that needed something sticking out of them. So I did. I went out to the yard and I got a bunch of sticks that were all different lengths and filled it with sticks they're probably from the aspen trees or maybe the cottonwood. I don't know. I think they're aspens, but they just look cool. They're just in there, and it sits natural on either side of our bed. And it's natural
element. A little bit of biophilic design in there.
That's right. I love the local stuff though, because I mean, whether it's natural or not, like even just
right.
paying attention to where you are and honoring that, and, bringing in
Bringing
whatever.
the outside in.
Yes.
Who doesn't
Love
want
it.
to do that?
Love it. Love it.
So I
good.
think this pretty much wraps up our design trends for 2025 and the wellness home. And I hope that you've learned something about these trends and think about putting them into your own home. So if you have any extra thoughts or questions or any kind of comment for us, we'd love to hear from you. And
and if you have ideas that you're seeing that you're doing in your home that we didn't even talk about, that are wellness focused, or some kind of cool trend that you're seeing, let us know, comment, and tell us all about it. Maybe we can talk about that too another time.
Well, and pass this on to somebody who is wanting a wellness designed home. We're happy to have them listen to us and get some ideas.
Yep. Awesome. This was good. Good to see you, Kandice. Thanks for your
you.
Amazing insight on this. I loved it.
Too. And we'll see you for the next episode, which at this point, we have not decided on what that is yet, but stay tuned anyway, because it'll be beneficial.
That's right. See y'all soon. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Stager Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. We hope you've enjoyed our discussion on home staging and gained valuable insights that you can apply to your own real estate journey.
If you have any questions or ideas for future episodes, or would like to learn more about our services, please feel free to visit our website, stagersavvy.com, or reach out to us directly at stagersavvy@gmail.com. We're always happy to help.
And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast to stay up to date on the latest episodes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, and it helps us improve our content and reach more people.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.